matter how many team members during the IEP process the family brings in, they still only get one vote. So it's kind of like a democratic process. And that vote that the parents have, no matter how many professionals, how many doctors, how many people they have on their team, they get one vote. And that vote doesn't even count until they have a lawyer on their team. And even then, it doesn't, it's a process. And the school gets a vote for every single one of their professionals on the team. So when they say team, they really mean. So do you understand what my number 2 was? Is basically all measures should be exhausted prior to a psychiatric solution. Psychiatric should encompass, as being a medical doctor, all realms of health. Best. Okay, so number 3 is that I, Zen Jen, am angry at many entities, and I'm attempting to rid myself of this resentment and the destruction it's causing in my life. Number 4 point is that no matter where you go, no matter how stressful your situation, no matter how taxing, it's always possible to find good people. And we did. And thank you. So, number 5, fact according to Zen Jen is, where there's water, there's swimming. That's our fact. And we have a video to prove it. Today was the first day of swimming in the pond. Justin asked to go swimming in the pond, and it happened. And it went really well. Number 6, it's a dual purpose. It's a statement and a question. In a society that is so rich with resources, why do we have such disconnection? We treat depression, anxiety, abuses of all sorts, including abuse of one another. And my question is, or my statement is, we have an epidemic of disconnection. Do your research. Do your research. And fact number 8. Justin needs 24-hour supervision. I provide this. Fact number 9. He's 14 and a half years old, 6'1", and 200 pounds. Very bright, very physically fit, and very capable. So that supervision requires a little bit of extra. Fact number 10. We are allotted 12.75 hours per week for care for him, based on his diagnosis of autism and the abilities he displays for self-care. Example, Justin can walk independently without falling down. Therefore, he doesn't require any needs for help from one place to the next, even though he runs away, even though he doesn't understand danger, and even though he can drag me like a rag doll. Because he can walk independently, they consider that I'm good to go. And number 11, since I missed the last 4 days. 4 is what I was saying. The federal government does not consider supervisory hours to be essential care needs for those with autism. 13 I came up with is fact. My experience in the public school system have terribly disappointed me. And this lovely fact has stirred me to be a great parent, a bold advocate, and to find within me that great power of serenity to change what I can and accept that which I cannot. I know I can change so much because I started with the greatest challenge of changing myself. Have a good day. Peace and love. Say, ah! Ah! Talking to the crows. Ah! Ah! Hey groovy people, it's me, Zen Jen. So number 16, trust the universe to take your lead and run with it. So when you have an intuition or an intention that you just really feel strongly about, put it out there, make it happen. Trust again and again, and just keep imagining it happening and imagining what the world would be like if your ideal was actually true, because it can be. And number 17 is trust your intuition above all else. And your intuition comes from here to me, and sometimes this part where we tend to exist up in our heads tells us things can't happen, it tells us laws that we've learned, it tells us experiences that we've had, and those go against here. Just a bunch of crap. I'm so tired of it. Look for me on the news with a big frickin' sign in front of the school district petitioning them. Later. Real tired of it. Peace out. We're going to try and take this anger and make it into producing results. Bye-bye. I would just say to parents and families, don't give up and don't try and predict the future based on what's available right now, because you never know what's going to be created. You never know what you can create. You never know how amazing your child's going to be. So just try not to define the future and be in the now. That's the best I can say. Peace and love. Vader, boom, boom, boom behind me. Don't ever give up, and certainly refuse to seal your child or anyone else's fate by answering the question, will they ever, with anything less than I hope so. Never lose hope. You cannot exist without it, especially in the adventures of autism. And I think I have a video also of this one, but I overlapped it. It's very, 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 very important. Try again and again. Okay, 22. Having 2 children with autism has enriched my life and made me a much better parent and a much better parent and person than I could have ever been without them. I am grateful they chose me. 23. I do not believe in many things, yet I do not rule out anything as a tool. So I may not believe in things, and I may seem like I'm anti this or anti that because it doesn't necessarily resonate with me, but such is my analytical nature of always trying to want to make things better, because I do that, and it tends to seem like I'm against things, but I'm not really against them. I think they're a tool. I think we shouldn't take any measure to an extreme and make it forever. Like it may work now, maybe it won't work, in a few years. It's the same with religions, and sometimes I get a little flack for feeling that way about religions. I do believe they serve a purpose, and I do believe we all can benefit from having an array of tools at our fingertips. And so number 24, people all have wonderful questions. I get a lot of them, and I think of a lot of them too. When we listen with our hearts and our minds rather than our egos, then we can grow. I've found that to be true for me. Women who teach, love, unite, intuit, and make change in this world must be heard and recognized in order for our children to have a chance at being seen. Boy, that's a big one. That's my 25. Because I do believe men should be heard as well. I just feel like there's, in our society right now, women are caring for most of the kids with autism, and some men as well, and they're doing a fabulous job, and they're pushing buttons and raising bars and opening doors. And in order for our children to be seen as humans, as beautiful humans that they are, with so much to teach us, we have to be heard. And in the realm of many entities, public and private, we're being shushed. And man, there's nothing worse than shushing a genius or a guru. And every human qualifies under a genius and a guru. So, peace and love. No more shushing. Shh.